When someone hurls thorns in your path, life has a way of making them kneel on the very bed of fire they prepared for you. That is the cosmic balance. No hand that casts shadows escapes the light of consequence. The critics, the watchers, the ones who secretly cheer for your downfall, they believe their schemes go unseen. But every whispered lie, every hidden dagger becomes the very trap that ensnares them. It's ironic, isn't it? The harder they try to bury you, the more the universe uses their shovels to build your throne. Like a storm hammering against an unshakable mountain, they exhaust themselves only to discover you've grown taller from the pressure they applied. And here's the truth they'll never admit. Your existence haunts them, not because of what you've done, but because of what you are, the chosen one. You carry an imprint, a signature of power that bends reality itself and that terrifies them. They stay up at night rehearsing ways to outwit you, but the very energy they spend plotting becomes the fuel that ignites your rise. Every obstacle they design transforms into a stepping stone under your feet. The balance of life doesn't just protect you, it weaponizes their own intentions against them. Remember this. Their resistance is proof of your magnitude. Their panic is evidence of your unstoppable ascent. You are the lesson they never wanted to learn. And if you're ready to step deeper into that truth, like this video, subscribe, and walk with me, because the journey of the chosen has only just begun. They thought they could keep the truth hidden forever, but one slip, one careless mistake, and now the whole world sees you for who you really are. The secret's out, chosen one, and nothing will ever be the same. Before we go deeper into how their downfall becomes your rise, do this right now. Hit that like button, subscribe so you never miss another drop of truth, and comment the number 11 if you're ready to step into the power they tried so hard to bury. This isn't just another video, it's the mirror they never wanted you to look into. Stay locked in, because by the end of this, you'll understand exactly why their panic proves your destiny. Number 1. Stop letting others define you. Claim the power of your rare energetic signature. Think back for a second, those so-called coincidences that never really felt accidental. The stranger who appeared out of nowhere just when you were questioning your path, dropping words that felt more like coded instructions than casual conversation. The teacher who pushed you harder than everyone else, as if they knew you had more locked inside. The objects that mysteriously vanished. Your childhood notes, drawings, or journals where you poured out ideas far beyond your years. None of this was random. Each incident was a checkpoint. Each disappearance, each unusual encounter was a carefully measured signal. Someone has always been watching, not out of curiosity, but because they recognized something stirring inside you long before you had language for it. The truth is, your entire life has been a series of hidden progress reports, written not on paper, but in patterns, whispers, and missing pages. They weren't coincidences, they were surveillance disguised as circumstance. Every unusual question about your dreams, every probing look from people who seemed far too interested in your private thoughts, was part of the same agenda: to monitor your awakening, to measure how close you were to cracking open the sealed vault of your true nature. And the signs only multiplied as you grew. The whispers when you passed a building that always drew your attention. The same strange symbols following you, etched on walls, flashing on screens, buried in margins of books that somehow found their way into your life. The eerie way your social media glitches exactly when you post something too close to the truth, as if invisible hands scramble to mute you before anyone else notices. These are not slips in the system. These are breadcrumbs deliberately left on the trail of your own identity, a trail you were always meant to follow once the time was right. But here's the twist. The time wasn't supposed to be now. They wanted to stretch your dormancy, to keep you in half sleep while they quietly profited off your silence. Yet one reckless slip, one heated moment, forced the truth out into the open. Their own mistake ripped the veil off your life. What was meant to stay sealed has spilled into daylight, and there's no putting it back. The gears of your destiny have already locked into overdrive. You've crossed the invisible checkpoint they feared most. Now, pay close attention. The energy around you is shifting faster than they ever planned for. Doors that were welded shut are creaking open. Conversations you were never meant to overhear will suddenly reach your ears. Eyes that once looked past you will start avoiding your gaze because they know you know. And every so-called coincidence that haunted you until now will rearrange itself into a map, a coded story proving that you were never just another face in the crowd. You were always the anomaly, the one who carried the frequency they could monitor but never control. And now that the slip has happened, nothing will ever return to the way it was. Number 2. Don't ignore the slip-ups. Use exposed lies to break their control. When the mask slips, chosen one, it's never by accident. That slip-up they made, the one reckless word, the nervous glance, the truth that tumbled out under pressure, was the universe cracking their armor wide open. They spent years weaving a web of lies, careful manipulation, fake smiles, and whispered rumors. But in one fiery moment, all of it burned to ash. Their secret weapon was secrecy itself, and the second it escaped their grip, their control shattered beyond repair. Don't overlook it. Don't brush it off like a mistake. That single exposure is your leverage. Every lie they crafted about you now hangs like a noose around their own neck. Every false story they pushed is collapsing under the weight of undeniable truth. The same voices that once whispered against you are now buzzing with panic, retelling the slip again and again, infecting minds with the very knowledge they swore would never see daylight. Their lies don't work anymore because reality has sided with you. Think about it. The harder they scramble to clean up their blunder, the more obvious their guilt becomes. The more they deny, the deeper the knife twists. Their frantic explanations are nothing but proof that you were right all along. They built their castle on sand, and the tide of truth just rolled in. Chosen one, this is the moment you flip the script. Use their own exposure to break the chains they wrapped around you. Watch how every attempt to silence you only amplifies your voice. Their control is gone, their fear is raw, and now the whole world sees what they never wanted revealed. You've been that one all along. Number 3. Refuse silent surveillance. Turn their watchful eyes into your awakening fuel. They thought their silent stares and hidden observation towers would break you. Every move you made, every word you spoke, every dream you dared to write down, they logged it like agents of a system, terrified of what you'd become. They called it control. They thought surveillance meant power. But here's the part that rattles them to their core. Their watchful eyes never weakened you, they sharpened you. The chosen ones aren't drained by attention. We're ignited by it. Every whisper behind closed doors became the drumbeat of your awakening. Every suspicious question, disguised as casual curiosity, turned into proof that they knew exactly how dangerous your potential was. They lurked in shadows, hoping you'd trip, but what they didn't expect was that their obsession would act like fuel, forcing you to step fully into your nature. The harder they tried to contain you, the more obvious it became. You were never the one under their control. They were the ones orbiting your gravity, enslaved by their own fear of your rise. Remember this, surveillance only matters if you don't know who you are. But once the chosen one realizes the secret's out, those cameras, those whispers, those constant eyes, they stop being cages and start being mirrors. Every glance becomes acknowledgement. Every note in their files becomes an unintentional prophecy. They've been tracking your evolution not to stop it, but to document it. leaving behind a record of exactly how unstoppable you've always been. Number 4. Quit calling them coincidences. Decode the breadcrumbs, pointing to your true identity. They'll tell you it was all just coincidence. That the mentor who appeared at the exact moment you were ready to break through was just chance. That the journals from your childhood, filled with words far too advanced for your age, simply got misplaced. That family friend who always pried into your dreams, asking questions that cut too close to the truth. Just curiosity, right? Wrong. These weren't accidents. These were breadcrumbs, deliberately scattered fragments of a hidden design pointing straight to your real identity. Chosen one, you've been tracked, measured and tested since the day you showed the first flicker of awareness. Every random symbol that keeps showing up on buses, storefront windows, or book margins is a signal. Every digital glitch when you share something raw and too close to the forbidden truth is interference, proof that your awakening terrifies them. They wanted you to shrug it off, to gaslight yourself into silence, to believe you were overthinking. But you know better now. What they hoped you'd dismiss as random chance has always been part of the map of your becoming. And here's the irony. They left too many signs, made too many moves, and now the whole illusion has collapsed. Their secrecy was their weakness. Their surveillance was their confession. Decode the breadcrumbs, and you'll see the pattern. You were never ordinary, never random, never just another face. You are the anomaly they couldn't erase, the glitch in their carefully controlled system. And now that their slip has exposed everything, the trail isn't hidden anymore. It's blazing. Follow it. Each clue is a reminder that you are exactly who they feared you would become. Their lies are breaking, and your truth is undeniable. They screwed up, chosen one, and now everybody knows you've been that one. Number 5. Don't panic with them. Stay calm while their damage control burns out. When the truth slipped out, it wasn't just a mistake. It was a detonation. Suddenly, their carefully woven lies went up in flames, and the ones who once strutted with confidence are now scrambling like rats in a burning ship. Watch closely, chosen one. Look at the panic in their eyes, the frantic whispers, the desperate meetings behind locked doors. They thought they could keep control forever, but now their empire of deception is collapsing under its own weight. This is where most people would break, but not you. Your strength is in your calm. Let them sweat, let them scramble, let them run themselves into exhaustion trying to plug leaks in a sinking ship. Don't match their panic, rise above it, because every move they make in desperation only proves what you already knew. You were the variable they could never control. Their frantic cover-ups are nothing more than smoke signals announcing your power to the world. Think of it like this: when the storm hits, weak trees snap, but the oak stands unmoved. You are that oak. Their chaos isn't your chaos. Their downfall is your stage. The harder they try to erase the truth, the more obvious it becomes. They are caught in a fire of their own making, and the more they fight it, the faster it consumes them. Remember, chosen one, composure is your weapon. Calm is your crown. Stay steady while they crumble, and you'll see how quickly the balance of power shifts. Because when their damage control burns out, all that will remain is the undeniable fact. The secret is out, and you are the one they could never silence. Number 6. Never suppress the truth. Let viral awakening work in your favor. The moment they tried to bury your truth, they planted the seed of their own downfall. Every attempt to silence you, to smear your name, to twist the narrative, backfired, and now their worst nightmare has come alive. One reckless slip of the tongue, one unguarded word, and suddenly the information they swore would never see daylight is echoing through every corridor of conversation. That secret wasn't just revealed, it detonated. And once truth explodes, it doesn't crawl back into the shadows. It spreads like fire, racing across dry fields, unstoppable, uncontrollable, burning everything built on deception. And here's the part that makes them tremble. Truth doesn't just spread, it multiplies. The person who witnessed it tells another, who tells three more, until your story, your power, becomes a current no one can shut off. Even those who try to downplay it end up amplifying it. Every denial, every excuse, every frantic attempt at damage control becomes another confirmation. They think they're cleaning up the mess, but in reality, they're fanning the flames. For you, chosen one, this is victory disguised as chaos. The very exposure they feared is now the weapon working in your favor. Their networks can't contain it, their lies can't mask it, and their influence can't rewrite it. Truth has infected the system, and you are the carrier. That's why their voices are cracking, why their eyes avoid yours, why their hands are shaking, because deep down, they know the truth about you isn't just known, it's viral. So never suppress what was meant to rise. Let it spread, let it flow, let it work in your favor. You are the chosen one, and the truth unleashed will always be the tide that drowns your enemies and crowns your destiny. Number 7. Stop fighting the timing. Trust the cosmic orchestration guiding your breakthrough. They tried to convince you that you were late, that you missed your chance, that the window already closed. But chosen ones never arrive late. You arrive exactly when the universe intends, not a moment sooner, not a second later. That's the irony your enemies choke on. Every trap they set, every deadline they whispered behind your back, was nothing more than a stage being prepared for your entrance. The timing they tried to manipulate, it was never theirs to control. Stop fighting the clock. You don't chase destiny. Destiny bends itself around you. Think of the storm that looks like it's here to destroy, but in reality, it clears the path for seeds to grow. That's your life. Every delay, every detour, every so-called setback wasn't punishment. It was choreography. The universe was moving people out of your way, dismantling structures that couldn't hold your weight, and sharpening you into the exact weapon needed for this moment. The slip-up that exposed the truth about you wasn't random. It was the drumbeat announcing your breakthrough. The people scrambling to undo it are only proving how divinely timed it really was. Their panic is the confirmation. Their sleepless nights are the receipts. Understand this. The orchestration has always been perfect. Even the betrayals were tuned to activate your strength. Even the silence was placed to force your voice louder. You are not out of rhythm, you are the rhythm. And those who tried to outrun you will now realize they were running on your timeline all along. So stop doubting, stop resisting, let the orchestration unfold, because the moment has already chosen you. And when timing and truth align, there isn't a single enemy alive who can stop the chosen one from stepping into their breakthrough. Number 8. Don't dismiss strange abilities. Activate dormant DNA before fear blocks you. Chosen one, the moment they slipped up and exposed what was hidden, your body began shifting in ways you can no longer ignore. The little things they told you were just imagination or weird coincidences were never accidents. That chill in the air right before someone calls your name. The way you know who's about to message you before your phone even lights up. The flicker of lights when your emotions run high. These are not glitches. These are signals. Your DNA is stirring, shedding the chains that kept it dormant. And here's what terrifies them. Once you accept these abilities as real, they're unstoppable. Fear was their favorite weapon against you. Fear of being called crazy. Fear of not fitting in. Fear of stepping into the power you always carried. But the slip-up shattered that narrative. Their whispers can't cage you anymore because you've seen the proof with your own eyes. Understand this. Your so-called strange abilities are the very keys they prayed you would never turn. When you embrace them, you bend outcomes before they happen. You pick up signals no technology can intercept. You break patterns that others are still trapped in. This isn't superstition, it's your inheritance. And every day you doubt it, they win. But every day you trust it, you rewrite the rules of the game. They plotted to suppress you, but their mistake flipped the script. Now their nightmares are alive because your awakening is the one thing they could never control. Step into it. Fear nothing. The secret is out, and your dormant DNA is no longer sleeping. It's roaring awake. Number 9. Stop overlooking silent helpers. Recognize the way showers guiding you forward. They thought you were alone, didn't they? That isolating you, cutting you off and surrounding you with silence would keep you weak. But the truth is, chosen one, you've never walked this path without guidance. The universe always planted silent helpers along the way, subtle signals, disguised guardians, and way showers who appeared in your story at the exact moments you needed them most. You might not have recognized them at the time. The librarian who slipped you a book that changed your perception forever. The elder who gave you a knowing glance and whispered, "It's time." The child who pointed at you with wide eyes and asked why you glow different. They were never random strangers. They were markers on your map, proof that you were being seen, protected, and pushed forward even when you felt invisible. Your enemies can't stand this part. They spent years trying to convince themselves you were easy prey, but what they didn't calculate was that the universe assigns protectors to its chosen. Silent, watchful figures who hold space for you, amplifying your energy when the weight of the world presses down. They thought betrayal would break you, but betrayal only sharpened your sight so you could spot your real allies. They thought abandonment would bury you, but abandonment forced you to stand taller, calling forth allies they'll never have access to. Recognize this, chosen one. Those subtle guides are reminders that you are never truly isolated. Even in silence, you've been surrounded by watchtowers of light. Every helper was a mirror, reflecting back the truth of your power, preparing you for the moment when your secret spilled out and your identity became undeniable. That's what terrifies your enemies most, not just that you're chosen, but that you've never been chosen alone. Number 10. Avoid delays. Ride the acceleration of events instead of resisting change. They wanted to slow you down, to chain your progress, to make every step feel like moving through cement. But the universe has other plans. Once the secret slipped out, once their mask cracked in that heated moment, the pace of your destiny accelerated beyond anything they could control. What should have taken you years to achieve is now unfolding in weeks, sometimes in days. This is the acceleration of a chosen one, where events stop crawling and start storming into your life with undeniable force. The mistake they made has ignited a countdown they can't pause. Watch how doors start swinging open, one after another, as if some invisible architect is clearing your path in record time. Opportunities appear almost violently. Job offers, alliances, meetings with people who feel like old connections from lifetimes ago. It's not coincidence, it's compression. Time itself bends around you because resistance is useless when truth is exposed. Those who tried to delay you are now choking on their own hesitation. The traps they set become their prisons. While they scramble to fix what can't be fixed, you're already 10 moves ahead. That's the curse of standing against a chosen one. Every scheme collapses into rubble. Every attempt at sabotage becomes a stepping stone. Don't resist this speed. Don't cling to old patterns. Acceleration is your ally now. Ride it. Because each passing day pulls you deeper into alignment with the life they never wanted you to touch. They thought they were stalling you. Instead, their interference has lit a fire under your destiny. And the faster you rise, the more their panic multiplies. Number 11. Don't walk alone. Link into the network of chosen ones for collective power. They tried to convince you that you were alone, that your strength would always be isolated, contained, easier to control. But now the mask has slipped and the truth is out. Chosen ones are never meant to walk in silence. The moment their secret about you leaked, something bigger was triggered. A signal fired off across the unseen web, connecting every awakened being alive right now. Like sparks leaping across dry forest brush, your exposure became a flare in the night sky, calling out to others who carry the same frequency. And trust me, they've seen it, they've felt it, they know one of their own just broke free. This terrifies your enemies more than anything else. One chosen one is already a nightmare they can't manage, but a network of them. That's the endgame they were desperate to prevent. Because when chosen ones link together, power stops being linear. It becomes exponential. Your insight merges with another's vision. Your resilience fuses with someone else's fire, and together the effect is unstoppable. Suddenly, obstacles that seemed immovable crumble like dust. Strategies they designed to keep you fragmented collapse under the sheer weight of unity. And here's the irony that keeps them awake at night. By trying to bury you, they've lit the beacon that unites you. Their sabotage wasn't just a failure, it was the glue that binds chosen ones into something greater. Now imagine that force. Minds sinking across distance without a word, dreams turning into shared maps, energy multiplying until the ground itself shifts beneath your steps. That's the reality they're staring down. So don't walk alone anymore. This is the hour to step into your collective power. And know this, every chosen one you meet now is not an accident. It's destiny sharpening its blade. Number 12. Refuse the old story. Step through the cosmic door and reclaim your destiny. The story they wrote for you was never yours. It was a script designed to keep you small, predictable, and chained to roles that never fit. Every line of it was inked in fear, crafted to strip you of choice and bury your true identity under layers of doubt. But now their careful draft has burned to ash. The slip-up, the exposure, ripped the old pages from your hands and flung open a door they never wanted you to see. And here you stand, chosen one, staring straight at the threshold of your real life. Refuse the old story. Refuse the labels, the limitations, the lies repeated so often they almost sounded true. You were never the supporting character in their narrative. You were always the author of your own. The moment the truth escaped, their power evaporated, and suddenly the path they blocked is wide open. That door they tried to guard? It isn't locked. It never was. It only needed your decision to walk through. Step through it now. Step into the reality where your potential isn't suppressed, where every scar becomes proof of survival, every setback becomes fuel, and every attempt to break you becomes evidence of your unshakable core. The old story ends here, not with their victory, but with your reclamation. And here's what makes it devastating for them. Once you claim your destiny, you don't just change your life, you bend the entire field around you. Their strategies dissolve, their control collapses, their whispers lose all power because the chosen one they tried to script into silence has seized the pen. The door is open. Destiny is calling. Walk through and make them watch as you write the story they feared most, the story where you win. And so we arrive here, where all the masks are gone, all the lies exposed, and the secret is no longer hidden. Chosen one, their mistake has become your awakening, and nothing can ever put you back in the cage they built. From this moment forward, your path is clear, your power undeniable, and your destiny unstoppable. Now it's time to step fully into it. If this message resonates with the fire already burning inside you, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a 77 in the comments to show the world you're ready. Your rise has only just begun.